So today I'd like to talk about my AZBox Premium Plus HD satellite receiver. This is the box it came in. It's and here's the remote for the AZBox. So it has several features which are really good features. It streams via UDP protocol to any device that you might have in your house. So I can use it to stream to my tablet, to my Linux computer just through VLC. It's a great little satellite receiver. So if I want to watch the news in the backyard or something, it can do that. It has a PVR built into it, so you can. It takes, well, I forget the size of the drive, but the old desktop drives, the bigger hard drives that it has a slot that you can fit in there. I don't know if you can fit a smaller one in there or not. I always just put like a 500 gigabyte desktop computer hard drive, and that's what I use to as a PVR. And you can also plug a external USB hard drive in for the PVR functions. So that's another cool feature of it. So I'll spin the camera and I'll take a shot of the AzBox in action. So I just keep it tucked away here so the kids can't get at it. Also, if you make yogurt, the AzBox is excellent for growing your own probiotic yogurt in your home. Here's the temperature it is running at inside that thing. Just another interesting feature, I guess. So there's a little USB port right there. So it has a little USB port there. It has its card and slot things that I've never used before. It gives a nice display of the channel that you have it tuned into. It has the port here. I'm just going to close that up. The USB port. There's also a USB port at the back. There's like you can't really see it too well, but there's a power, menu, exit, mode button, and an up, down, and OK button there. And there's a little box right here where you install the hard drive into. Okay, so we got it on NASA, which is on 97 West. So I just got a list of my favorite channels here on 97 West. So, as I said, the lag of it, this is the lag between changing channels. It has a bit of a lag on the AzBox. So it's not like some receivers I've had. They're like, they're like analog TV where you change the channel and it's instantaneous. This one, it has that short delay that makes the AzBox just be a little bit. That's one con I find with the AzBox. Now you can go into the settings. You can have your antenna settings here and look at this. I'm using a very small Shaw Direct satellite dish to receive 97 West. And it's not showing the transponder. Weird stuff. LNB frequency. Oh, here we are down here. Maybe this is not a live transponder. So here's the one I just added today, which is the NASA. There's a feed for NASA, which is at 12.184. So I just scanned that in today because it's a new channel on Galaxy 19. Now it says 47%, but it comes in fine. It's also because anything I find that's DVB-S2, sometimes it will come in fine. You'll get like hardly any signal. But then the picture is just fine, but it looks like it has like a low percentage in the signal there. You can see the quality. So yeah, as I said, there's YouTube, doesn't work on this machine. I think if I loaded it up, what would happen with YouTube is it would just basically stay on this loading screen forever, essentially. So there's plugins. I don't know what plugins do. Maybe someone can educate me on that. And there's movie. The movie option is kind of cool because I could just take files off of a hard drive, home videos. I encode all my home videos into MP4 files using Kdenlive. Shout out to Kdenlive for your open source work with Linux. So yeah, I take all my home videos because they're all this camcorder that I'm using now shoots every video into its own individual file. So every time I hit pause, it stops and creates a whole new file. So if I want to show a part of time, I just go 2016 March to and just name the file that, and then that's how I can find it. About an hour's worth of home videos. So we're not using. So it's a really good media player. I will give it that. The AZBox also plays DVB-S2. It does 8 PSK. All the does the PSK stuff. I don't know. Another thing too I find is for this TV, I can see pixelation even in a really high quality video. So that's like kind of a little bit of a flaw that I don't get with some of the other satellite receivers. Like you just see the little bits of pixelation and stuff. Oh yeah, the streaming feature. I should talk about that. So it has the recording feature where you just go there, hit record. You can go streaming, and what you do is with the streaming, so you type in the IP address to. Let's get zoom it in here. To the device you're sending it to. So if you're using a tablet, for example, you find out what, you just go to your connection settings, figure out which port it is. You connect that way, and I always have it on not defined because then I can just go to the receiver and turn off the stream when I want. But the only problem with this, unlike the Amico, where the Amico has a really cool feature, is I can use the Spark app and channel surf while I'm streaming. This, you have to be at the receiver end to be able to initiate the stream. But if you want to stream it through your local area network, it's capable of doing that. The big thing about this receiver was several years ago, it does 422. Whatever 422 is, you can receive signals that are 422. I haven't really used the 422 function out of my years of having this receiver, but it's a receiver I use primarily. The reason why I like it, it has a loop out. Excuse me. It has a loop out, which is a good feature because I like to run from the satellite, from my dishes that I have, my little dish farm, to another receiver I have in a bedroom, so that I can listen to radio. So that's that's one thing I like about it, and that's why I have it hooked up as opposed to my Amico, one of my Amicos. My Amico Mini is the best for blind scanning. I'll get to that receiver in a future review, and I'll cover the Amicos. So this is the this one. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's a little slow for changing channels. I find my Amico ones they're much quicker for when I like channel surfing, especially in free to air, because there really is hardly any EPG guide. No EPG guide to speak of. There's usually there's an EPG button on these things, but there's nothing on the satellites like them transmitting out. They don't really say what the programming is. There has been software attempts with the Amico boxes, but it's still even with them there's no EPG going from what I know at this time. So it's an okay box. I like that you can put a hard drive in it. I like that it streams. I wish the firmware could be updated. It's an obsolete box. I don't think it's supported anymore. There was the promise to me that it would be able to have an ATSC tuner that I could buy and put into it, which never came into fruition. That was a bit of a disappointment. No ATSC tuner, which means that, you know, so I could hook an over-the-air antenna and use that in the same box. None of that came about. So it's an okay box. It's not the greatest box. It's slow, as I said, sluggish. That's the biggest downfall of it. Thanks for watching, and